all of our connections. Let's see. I'm going to go over here and double check to see if we are all connected. Yes, I believe that we're connected, and I am going to play our countdown video. Hello, everyone. Listen Moonlight from Ultiverse. I'm the head of content and BD at Ultiverse. Welcome, everyone, to today's live streaming. And we are very happy to have Ryan over here from Xociety. This is a really cool name because starting with an X, right, instead of S. So before our officially session was started, I actually also asked Ryan why the project has this name, right? And let's want to welcome Ryan to introduce yourself and your project Society to us. Thank you.
Hi, it's great to be here today to talk about Xociety. And yes, as you said, Xociety with an X. Now, the reason why Xociety with an X instead of the traditional S is in the world of Xociety, pioneers, the players, have awoken from a great hibernation as the world was rebuilt. There was an energy system called Motus, which players needed to use, to play with, to create. And as this energy got rarer and harder, society eventually became harsher. And so people threw up X's to show that they were not part of this society and wanting a new one. So whenever society was tagged on buildings and graffitied like that, X started replacing the S. And so when people emerged from hibernation, society with an X was what they remembered and what they brought forward. So that's why we're society with an X.
That is just brilliant. Thank you so much, Ryan, for sharing these slides with us. This is just looks so cool. And would you like to also tell us about your journey in Web3? Thank you.
So my personal journey in Web3, I
Yes.
started in Web3 in 2018. So back in the days where ETH was like $70 or something crazy like that, if I remember, and seen the bull run, the first run of free-to-play games and play-to-earn games and everything like that, and then saw that as it came down. And now I'm seeing the emergence of true gaming. I worked with a previous company, which was the first Korean company to list on Binance, Coinbase, and other top 10 exchanges. I was head of community there. And now I'm with Society doing the same again, helping them build up a massive community of Pi, which is a really active group right now, a really positive group, and trying to do something a bit different. So a core idea rung true to me as a gamer, getting and earning what I do, that sounds right to me. So a very short snapshot of me.
That is really interesting. So reward people from what they do, not what they hold. That's interesting. And also, you say like you help projects in Korea, but your accent sounds like European. What is your personal background? Do you mind to reveal some of that to us? Thank you.
That's great. That's fine. I get this question all the time. So I am British.
Ah, yes, you have the British accent. I almost want to copy you when I hosting this AMA session. Good morning, Matt. I spent part of my childhood.
Well, I'm based in Korea with the rest of the team.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're British but you are based in Korea with the team. So
Mm,
is that like about like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. over there in South Korea?
yeah, about 10 p.m. I'm doing this amazing session with you and a bunch of the other doing some internal testing with a partner that we're talking to at the minute. Can't talk about who, but fashion is all I can say. So they're playing the game and I'm chatting to you. So it's quite nice today.
Nice. Thank you so much, Ryan, for the intro to us, the project. And I see that we have a list of questions, and I also know that you have prepared some video clips, right? So, would you like to tell us more about your team, since that we mentioned about your background and your journey with Web3? How about the team's background?
Slide for us. Just
Yeah, sure. And I'm not sure how's the connections over here, because it seems like we have about like 10 seconds
so
gap.
Society's development team is a true gaming experience team. They come from some of the biggest names in Korea. They come from NCSoft, Nexon, etc. Jeffrey Kim, or Old Ginger, is a industry vet. He's got 20 plus years of experience as a game designer and producer. He's served multiple leadership roles, and his idea was a metaverse component, and he knew that Web3 was what was necessary for that, for the interaction, the interconnectivity, the ownership, and the sharing, etc. Who has a lot of experience as a cartoonist and art director. He's the creative mindset behind Society. He's the author of Ragnarok original comics, which is a massive IP out in Southeast Asia and has good penetration in Europe. It's amazing how many times I say that name and people go, you work with him? They're amazed by it. So he's a core champion of driving forward the ideas and the look. Then we have an amazing head of business, heading our business objectives. And then adding to that, we've got great people like Duhan, who is our AD, our art director, and he is in charge of turning all those amazing ideas from Myungjin, from MJ Lee, into something visual and giving us a consistent appearance, look, and feel. So a real powerhouse team coming around together.
Nice. And
that's the team in a quick nutshell.
That is great. And I'm sorry, Ryan, I think my microphone connection has some errors over here. So I'm going to reconnect myself again. Yeah, please wait one moment while I'm going to reconnect myself to the group chat over here. Let's see. Let me try it over here. Oh, now could me?
Much better, yeah.
Let's see. Okay. I think I need to try to. I think I try to my one account. Okay. Okay, I think this should work better. I'm sorry. I think one of my accounts mic was not working sadly in the middle of our AMA session. I'm sorry about that, and I quickly log in using my other account. So now we could talk normally. I'm sorry
No
about
worries.
that. Yes, and I've heard that you introduced your project team to us, but yeah, I couldn't reply back. Yeah, over there, and so now let's talk about the roadmap because I see that yeah you show the roadmap to us already. Wow, this is a very detailed roadmap that starting from last year all the way to 2026. Could you please tell us more details about it? Thank you.
Yeah, so you pointed out it's a detailed roadmap. We looked at when society started, we looked at other projects and this constant promise of we'll tell you more soon and we'll have more details soon and more details soon, and never that detail emerging. And it's something that old Ginger, the leader of society, wanted to change for society and wanted to make sure that we put our vision forth straight away, clearly and openly. We're not going to sit there and deny that these roadmaps may change and timelines may change. That's part of development. But we wanted to tell you where we thought we were going to go. We've been successful in launching out our prototype build last year, our first drop of a wider collection. So we had a small mint of around 999 frontier avatars from a wider 10K collection. And then on top of that, we gave holders, the owners of those NFTs, and there was a free mint. So very quickly, we gave those players access to play Society within a month. And so we showed what we were going to do. We gave them a quick way of getting onboarded, and then we actually let them play. And it was a really good time for us. Now, pushing on, our next mint is rapidly approaching. And again, we want to promise and show off Society as soon as we can. We want to talk about what we're doing, let you get into it, and then play. And as we move forward into the second half of 2024, we envision early access through Steam and Epic Store for the wider player base, for wider people, towards midpoint of the year. Again, these things can change. We're not going to sit back and deny that realities change, but this is our ambition, our roadmap. It's all public in our Discord and everything else, so you can go and check it out if you want to join the Society community. We're not going to hide back, but yeah. And then moving further into the future, we talk about land. Key component of MMOs and metaverse projects, land ownership, land creation. But we want to do it with a spin. We don't want to say that somebody can buy this land because they have a lot of money, they have a lot of crypto. We want people that pioneer and help play and develop this land to be able to claim ownership of this land through minting. Again, back to that idea of reward people for what they do. Then opening up land construction, and then we really push hard into the future, into this wider creative universe. So yeah, ambitious roadmap, public roadmap, but realistic at the same time.
That is just very nice. And so I'm not sure if yeah asking this is yeah at the right time, but things that you share with us the long roadmap right that spans for yeah from 2023 to 26 for several years. How about fundings? How would you support your team and your project for a long run?
So currently in the early stages, Society is backed and incubated by Unopened, which has connections to some of the largest VCs and incubators across Southeast Asia. We have been doing fundraising. Public details of that aren't out right now, so I would be in big trouble from the head of business if I spilled the beans on how that has gone. But funding we do view as a long term. And then with the ability to open into early access in Steam and Epic Store, we can have a dual system where traditional Web2 players are able to play, experience, have content they want to pay for, and Web3 players can play, experience content, and be rewarded. So we see early access as a great chance to marry up Web2 and Web3 for players. So funding, realistic on funding, and realistic with ambitions of how to continue funding through payment, through everything else.
That is just nice. And things like you mentioned about Web 2 and Web 3 together. So do you consider your project as a kind of like people says Web 2.5, or do you consider your project as all fully on chain and complete Web 3 project?
I was actually in a space last night talking about AI players and AI bots, and this kind of idea about Web 2.5 came up again. And some people on the call were like, oh, we don't want to use that terminology, and others felt more positive about it. I always just say that we look to it to be blended. We're going to take the best aspects from each. We're going to make sure that the experience, the quality, the feeling of a Web 2 game, the AAA-ness is there. And that's something our players have agreed with when they've been playing in our holder tests and our impromptu tests with community. But the best things of Web3 means that we can reward in a fair and a trustless way. And on top of that, Web3 allows for interesting opportunities for experiences, different playing and different play sessions, different areas of the game to be opened by what you own and what you share. So yeah, I always say blended rather than a hard Web 2 or Web 3, personally.
That is good. That is good. Thank you so much, yeah, Ryan, for sharing the information with us. And so let's talk about, games and with your NFT collection. So how Xociety is different from other games with NFT assets? Thank you.
So,
are you able to hear me now? Let me check with my.
I am able to hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Just wanted to bring up as we're talking about avatars, I've got to show them off as they're in the gallery.
Thank you.
A lot of games out there gate the entire experience through ownership of an avatar, or try to have an entry point through avatar ownership or an NFT ownership. We look at them as a way to add value, add benefits, and add experience. So what's up on screen right now is a gallery of the currently released Frontier avatars. And these function as kind of, in a traditional sense, a boosted account. If you own one of these avatars, you're going to be able to play with them in-game, have them represented in-game, but they're going to let you do things harder, better, and faster. You're going to get more rezzing. You're going to have the ability to run raids better than non-owners. So rather than gating 100% access, we're kind of gating the cream of the game, the best bits behind these avatars. So non-holders can experience a high-quality game. Holders can experience a high-quality game that rewards them further and opens up the opportunities for earning potential and stuff like that. But we know not everyone can buy avatars, because with a 10,000 collection and aspirations to be a wide release game, there's going to be people that miss out. That's why when it comes to group play and raiding with your friends, if you're playing with someone that owns an avatar, you can have benefits that cross over by being in the same raid party. Be that your pioneering score, which is a score to how well you're doing in creating the land, or how you're getting rewarded. By being with somebody that's a powerful owner, you get benefits by association. So you as an avatar owner will become more beneficial, more influential in the game because of your abilities and your influence to help other people. Again, you're going to have that cream experience on top of a normal game. So that's how we see them being a different thing than other NFTs for games and access.
That is just very nice. And well, since we talk about that, you don't define your project as complete Web 2 or Web 3, and how would you find the users, and where would you promote your project on which platform other than Twitter Space, other than Twitter handles, and other than the Binance Live? Thank you.
Yeah, so right now we are heavily pushing into Web3 users because it's the right time for you guys to get in and experience the best that you can. Now, obviously, traditional gaming opportunities things like wish listing systems on Steam and Epic, things like streamer content. All of those things are really powerful when we're in that early access stage. But one of the most impactful things that we've been doing right now is reaching out to gaming communities and offering them the chance to play a development build from around 6 months ago, which is something that is really appealing because it demonstrates and shows off what we're doing. So that traditional experience of showing it off, letting people experience it, and then proving it by letting them touch and play it, that's something that's really powerful. And from there, building out traditional invite systems and everything like that, where you've had this great experience, and when we're ready to let you play again, you can bring your friends in, and together you can be rewarded for that experience. So you could phrase it as word of mouth, you could phrase it as guerrilla, but really it's all about proving what we've done and what we're building. So that's how we see a great opportunity to expand into both assets of gaming, or both groups of gamers.
That is just really nice. And well, I was being in the Web3 gaming track for about 2 years, and I found that it is actually not very easy to how do I describe it? Very easy to find Korean gamers. Is there any like regulations, or is that because of cultural barriers, or anything that not many Korean gamers in Web3? Because I heard that most of the Korean people are more into like cryptos instead of Web3 games. Have you encountered this kind of challenges since you are based in Korea? Thank you.
I think when looking at the audience and the appetite from Korea, I sit as an outsider, you know, being British and not being Korean myself.
Mm-hmm.
But the opportunities are there for people that experience or want to experience something that's unique and different. When it comes to straight gaming, there are some regulations in terms of age classification, but that's nothing that can't be worked on correctly, providing you're creating the right service. And the attitudes across the rating boards are all changing and upgrading as we go. So I think why you might not feel that Korean gaming attitude and appetite is super strong is because they may be slightly quiet on it, because they want to keep high quality experiences, and on top of that they like to have high quality experiences for them quite often. But as being part of Unopened, there are several projects that they're incubating that have already hit mainstream or hit very well with Web3 audiences. So we know that there's a strong appetite. And I can attest to a previous project as well, where there's a high degree of Korean audience. And in our community now, we have a very strong Korean audience. It was part of our original holder test, second to Brazil and South America, when we did our first play session holder test for holders last year in July.
That is just really, really cool because, yeah, I remember that actually one of the gaming project that I interviewed called MetaMerge, they also, you know, put their games on App Store and Google Play, and they mentioned that um, the the Korean, I forgot, the Korean App Store would approve their games to be this on an App Store like several days later than other countries because of the more strict regulations, and they have to mark this is a game that is not suitable for children younger than 3 or 5 year old, things like that. So yeah, this is just something that is different because just like what you mentioned, right? There are definitely some different kinds of regulations that wanted to protect. However, I also heard that on the other hand, like Korean friends are so into cryptos. It's kind of like everyone in South Korea are they are talking about cryptos. Since you are living there, have you feel this kind of norm there?
Yes, I would say that there is a high appetite for crypto, and not only is it a high appetite, it's also newness and ahead of the curve. They often know the next project very fast, very soon. Um, and not only that, but the research and the amount of energy that people put into finding good projects is really high. It's really impressive, I must admit. Like the amount of knowledge you can gain if you can get into a Korean community is massive. You got to do the legwork and learn some Korean or have a really decent translator, but you will find some very powerful communities out here. Yeah.
That is just amazing. So, would your team consider to least to launch any cryptos associated with your project? And do you have an estimate time frame for that?
So I can't go into an estimated time zone, but but what I can say is in our community we have NTX, which is a soulbound token, which is being used to reward people in the community doing particular actions, being good community members, helping promote the project, generally empowering them and being the best of community. Now, that NTX token is soulbound, but it has use within the game and use within the project. Currently, it's usable for mint listing. It's also going to be usable for conversion to items and exclusive assets within the game. So if you have NTX, you'll be able to trade it in the game for items that non-NTX holders don't have. But going further than that, NTX will actually let you get the best of it. We're talking offline merch. We're talking exclusive access to that. We're also got to be careful how much I say here because I will get in trouble. So a little bit of alpha for you. NTX will have a conversion rate to the core utility token in society. So we do view the idea of launching a proper token, but we have an interesting way of how to reward people with it. You know, we want to reward you for what you do across the life of the project, rather than just small assets. We have to reward you for everything you do from the beginning of the minute that we existed to the minute you play the game. So yeah, some interesting ideas about how we're approaching that exact idea for tokens and earning and everything like that.
Ah, yes, totally understand. Thank you so much. And so, well, and I have to, yeah, welcome Ryan officially into our bull round, right? Because yeah, we used to doubt that whether or not the bull is back, but yeah, after Bitcoin ETF and yeah, people are considering the Ethereum ETF will also be here, and your team survived the a year long bear market, and what have been the challenge and rewards during the time in the when it
Ooh.
was really really bad?
I'd point to the rewards first before we start talking about the challenge. The rewards has been and is actually still going on. The people that are here now, they're not the people that have been just attracted by shininess and newness. They believe in the ideas of what you're trying to do. We launched our community just as the bear started kicking in, and we were really positive about it because we started saying, hey, it's a builder's market, not a bear market. It's a builder's time. So that meant we were very able and very open about we were building a game experience. We were building a project that focused on putting the game first. So it was very good to see that people we attracted then and still do understand that, and they believe in that idea that it's about playing. It's about having a true experience. It's not just a skinned up earning mechanic. It's game first. So I really point to that. The challenges can always be pointed to that sometimes FOMO and negative and FUDs, that can just happen. And it is more dangerous in a builder's market or a bear market because the success and the fun might be harder to find. But the success was definitely there. The opportunities, the good points, all about the people coming into us. They were very experienced, very receptive to what we were talking to them about.
Got it. Yes. Well, yeah, I remember how difficult it was, and also I remember that people predict that. Well, last year people predict that perhaps we have to wait until 2025 that we could have the bull market finally coming back, right? So we're very glad. Yeah, now the market situation is all very good, and um, how could people who are new to our Web3 space, because these bull run really attract a lot of new users joining to our space, right? How could they participate in to the society project and perhaps get the whitelisted?
So there's two ways of getting yourself whitelisted. And on top of that, we have a split mint list. We have a first come, first serve mint list, which you can get on with NTX. So if you have 25 NTX, which you can earn through community activity in the Discord or through Twitter events or giveaways, you can trade that off for getting yourself mint listed, which is a process that you can just see up on the screen. Adding to that, we have what we call the mint list points system, which is at times a slightly harder thing to do. It's more challenging actions, rather than just liking a tweet or something like that. We want to know more about you. We want to know you as a gamer. We want to see proof that you're a gamer. You take part in these kind of tasks, you can earn the mint list points through our Discord, and that can get you up into a guaranteed mint list spot, which is a much more powerful thing to have. Obviously, everyone knows first come, first serve mints can be tough, but a guaranteed spot and a guaranteed time to mint on what will be quite a restricted number of NFTs dropping in this second mint, that's something really powerful. So the best way to do that is to join the Discord, follow us on Twitter, everything like that. And then before you know it, you'll be coming through and on your journey to society.
Wow, that just sounds amazing. And well, my next question is: Have you ever tried to build any local communities and have local gatherings? For example, like you are from Britain, right, Great Britain, and you are also based in South Korea. Have you ever tried to, or your team ever tried to develop any local communities and then have some gatherings to meet and also meetups?
It's a little early for IRL meetups. What we have right now is a playable game through some invitation. But when we have a proper deployable game, that's when we're going to see those kind of meetups. We're going to see the idea of events and collaborations and everything like that. But we also have a commitment to make sure that our community members and our strongest community members get into society and feel part of us. So for what we call the community champions, the guys that hold the most NTX, we'll have things like inviting them to the developer's office in Korea to come experience what it's like to actually be here, see what we actually do on a day-to-day basis and everything like that. So we want to have those personal relations. I know there's at least one guy I can point to, King Etch, in our community. He has met myself and our head of business when we were in Busan in the one of the game expos there, and it was a great time to see him. So that's only a small case of what we can do, but we want to have these more regular meetups when we have something that can be played together for a continual amount of time. So yeah, a little early, but a good aspiration.
Nice. That's totally understandable. And yeah, just like for our community so far we have over, I would say, wow, I think I just checked the record. Let me double check again, because our community during the new bull run has growing so fast, and I believe so far we have more than 235,000 members within our Discord server. And I know that a lot of them already met each other offline, and we also have several official gatherings across the globe, from Singapore to Tokyo and to North America and also Hong Kong, because there are just so many blockchain gaming sessions around the world. And so if the success team is ready to meet up at some time, we could schedule that, because I see these your project is so cool. And how do you describe the style of your game? The artwork and the design, is that would you describe as a futuristic, or would you say a cyberpunk?
It's a good question, and I have to make sure I don't offend our art team by mumbling and ruining their description. Futuristic, but with a opportunistic slant. The future of a lot of games are always shown as dark, depressing, broken. Society is a clean, especially in the player hubs, it's a clean, refreshed world, a world ready for you to develop and put personality in. So everything is bright, colorful, expressive. Cartoonish is one word that gets used occasionally by our art team to show off and explain how a player looks and how they animate and how they move, how enemies move, rather than realistic ragdolling. Enemies may die in a slightly exaggerated manner, but again, it's all about that energy. So futuristic optimism, expression, energy, individuality, all of these ideas are emotions and feelings of what we want to push with our art style. And again, it's all powerfully done by our art team. So yeah, massive thank you to them.
Wow, that's just amazing. And Ryan, I'm not sure if you could share those video clips to our audience as well, because when I asked the question, I was actually watching those video clips, and they are so cool. If you could also share screen with our audience for that, and then that would be awesome. Thank you.
Let me load up our latest trailer. So this is one that has gone out just a little while, I think yesterday, on X, on Twitter. So let me put this through. So it's very, very hot off the press.
Yes, that is just nice. So kind of like a cowboy from the future.
That's one of the avatar styles, yeah. And everything you're seeing in here is all in-game footage. There's nothing edited.
Wow.
A little sneak of some of our collaborations upcoming.
Yeah, it's kind of like K-pop, the Korean idols.
Yeah, like obviously as a Korean project, we're going to lean into some of our strengths and some of the knowledge that people have of Korea. And that does include K-pop, dancing, K-pop, everything like that. Yeah, so yeah.
That is just nice, amazing. And I know we have limited time over here, and I would like to go over our next question over here. What is NTX? Have we mentioned about these yet?
So NTX is that system that lets you experience the best of society. So right now, NTX is earnable through events and activities in the community, tradable for a first come, first served mint list spot, and will be usable and tradable in game for exclusive items and assets and things like that. And then as we move forward into the further life of the project, there'll be a conversion aspect of NTX into the wider tokens of society. And again, all based on what you've done in the past and how you've been active and helping and a good pioneer. So again, NTX is very powerful, very crucial and key to society.
Got it. Thank you so much for sharing the information with us. And the next question over here that I see was on the list is, what role do NT held by the players play? And I believe previously we talked a little bit about that, right? But would you like to share more detail for MT holders, what utilities that they might have when playing the game?
So yes, for NFTs, when they hold an NFT avatar, when you use an NFT avatar, you're going to be able to experience more of the game, better aspects of the game, and experience kind of the cream of the game. So if I bring up one of our avatars here, we'll pick up avatar. Let me search out. I tell you, we'll go for my avatar because I obviously like to show off my avatar.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's exactly your profile picture.
I do have to show it off. You can't resist a bit of self-promo, can you? So this is me in Xociety. So if you ever see this character running around, you know you're playing with one of the big guys. So it's an epic grade avatar, which means it has some benefits when you play. So we'll bring up the benefit guide now. So classic NFT rights, commercial rights, access to holder-only drops, etc. VIP exclusive access, voting rights, have more decision-making power in the community, have more decision-making power in the game itself. But then within the game itself, we kind of split it into pioneer, play, and party. Now, pioneering is when you're contributing to your sort of land development. We spoke very briefly about that, about how land is to be claimed rather than bought. And then play benefits. Gain a benefit to Motus energy amount, the amount of energy you have as a player and what you can do with it. Benefits to charging, how quickly it charges back. Benefits when you're downed in battle and when you're helping revive downed party members. Again, as a party member, you'll have access to holder-only lounge areas in Calum, which is the player hub, and you'll have timed invitations and unique chat and text emojis. So again, that cream of the game is what you get as an avatar holder and player.
That is just marvelous. Wow. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, you will put this profile picture everywhere because this is your avatar in the game and it's associated with the project Xociety. And so, what blockchain would your game to be deployed on? Will it be like multi-chain, or will you specifically focus on one blockchain first?
So all of the avatars are on Ethereum, but NTX, the soulbound token, that is a recognition of what you've done in the community, is on Polygon. We haven't publicly put forth the game chain yet, but we are realistic that we know that you need to operate and service community and players in the best way possible. Even traditional gaming knows this now. That's why there's cross-play and everything like that. So we are realistic and ambitious in our ambitions. We're not going to try and lock ourselves down to a singular chain. We want to service players where they are because we see that as how Web3 gaming grows. So yeah, bit of an on-top answer, but that's the best answer I can give you right now on that. So.
Totally understand. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, I also have interviewed a variety of different blockchain gaming projects, and most of the project they are thinking about like multi-chain or just wanted to reach out to as many players as possible because to be honest, it's not really easy to find real gamers, right? Most of them, I would say, like they're more like profile picture collectors or NFT traders, right? Like I'm a JPEG collector. Yeah, so kind of like that. But yeah, when you wanted to ask people to really spend time to play the game, especially that cost gas fees, that is not an easy thing unless they know that they are going to have a lot of rewards, right, that they could earn by playing the game. So have you tried to design any type of token economy or any gaming model to make your project sustainable and be a long-term project? Thank you.
Yeah, so we see that the best way of operating a tokenomics and a economy is to allow for players to have opportunities to spend their rewards in a way that enhances their experience. So by pitching ourselves as a AAA game, an experience that has playing that you really want to keep playing and keep experiencing more and do more in, that's a good logical funnel for you to retain any economy, any tokens that have been spent and are being rewarded for players. So we see that as the best opportunity. Adding to that, we know that rewarding players for what they do is more beneficial for what they have. That's where things like being the top ranked player or the first team to clear a raid makes sense in our roadmap and our plan of how players should be rewarded. So we kind of view it as a way of rewarding people for what they're doing, how they're contributing, and giving them opportunities to invest it into making their experience better. And it's something that gamers are very, very experienced with. You know, you get a certain reward in game and you use it to make your gameplay experience more better, more fun, more enjoyable. And it makes sense with a token as well. Use that token back in the game to enhance what you're doing and enhance what you're experiencing.
God, that is just so nice. Thank you so much, Ryan, for your time. And let me check if we still got anything over here. And would you like to share the rest of the video clips to our audience? I see that we
certainly.
Yeah, total of 3 over here. They're also cool.
I can give you a little bit of PvP.
Nice. Yeah, this is why I prefer to conduct a video AMA instead of just audio on Twitter Space, because we could not see the amazing gameplays. And yeah, this is just so cool, friends. You have to take a look and be sure to give Xociety a follow. You could find their official handle and official ID on today's announcement on Twitter. And also, friends, yeah, be sure to visit their community, check their official website. You are going to see the product by yourself, your first-hand information. And then we do also hope that you could watch the replay over here, because our AMA sessions are replayable, and we are live streaming on Binance Live, on X or Twitter Live, and also on Twitch Live and YouTube Live. So we are everywhere, and you could watch the replays from different places. I see that we got fans over here. Benny, yeah, Benny has been sending hearts and shout out. And also we got Piki, haha. Okay, very cute names over here. Thank you, friends, for visiting us today across different platforms. And now we are having Ryan over here introducing Xociety to us while watching the video clips from their game. There's no editing. This is just screen recording, which is pretty cool. So
yeah, a lot of you see is just a lot of what we put out is just pure recording. Like we don't do much editing in gameplay stuff. It's all in game.
nice.
So what you're seeing is what you'll be able to play.
Nice. That is just very nice. And this is definitely the information that players wanted to know about, because yeah, we have seen a lot of other projects that claim that they are going to create games, and but however, after a year they are still just a pure PFP project, right? And there's nothing else other than some animes or some GIF, right? So it's really, I'm really happy to see we have real builders over here. And Ryan, thank you so much for your time with us. I know it's almost an hour. Are there any information that you would like to share with us, but I haven't asked yet?
The only thing left to share is that I really want to see everyone that's been part of the Ultiverse family and that's with you all the time, anywhere in your community. I want to see you come into the Discord of Xociety, follow us on Twitter, shout out to me as the GM, any of our pioneers that all help you with everything that you could ever want to know, and just ask questions. Someone will answer. And then I want to see you in our next holders test as we play the game with you, with new modes, new experiences. Team deathmatch is coming, escort missions are coming, a new wasteland and crafting mechanics are coming. All of this for you to experience in our next holder test. So that's the only thing I want to leave you with, and that's to see you in Xociety.
Wow, that's a very powerful statement. And well, friends, be sure to give Society a follow. Also, Ryan, let us know when will be the next testing, and feel free to showcase the testing over here on Bonus Life as well, because yeah, it is going to let our audience to really take a look, right, of the to experience it, and yeah, instead of just watching short clips, right? So yeah, that would be cool if it is possible.
Well, I could do one better. I could actually invite you, and you could stream to your community in our next play session with our community. We run them every Thursday. Time can be adjusted, but if you've got a PC, and I think I've seen a screenshot or two from your Twitter account of how hard you're working,
Yes.
so I know you've got a PC. I think it'd be great for you to come along, play, experience, and show it off in your own words, and then you can experience what we've shown off today. So I can invite you up. Just hit me up on the Discord, anything like that, and I'll sort you out.
Wow, that is a very generous offer. Yes, I'm going to accept that generous offer. Thank you so much, Ryan, for spending time with us over here today. And let's keep in touch. I will definitely follow Society and then check when will be your next testing, so we could do a streaming over here for our audience, and perhaps we could meet our members in the game as well. Thank you.
Sounds amazing.
Thank you so much for your time. I know it's quite late over there in South Korea, and wish you a great rest of the night.
Have a great day, guys. Great to have been here.
Thank you. See you next time. And friends, we're very, very happy to have Ryan over here. He is from Xociety, and today he shared a lot of information about his project to us. This is a Web3 gaming project, and you could see it's really, really cool, and it's really bright, right? Just like Ryan said, unlike a lot of the Web3 gaming, that they are more dark, right? And this one is really clean and bright and energetic. I highly recommend everyone to give it a try, and also to follow Xociety on Twitter. You could easily find their Twitter handle from our announcement banner. It is called Xociety Official, Xociety, Xociety with an X. So Xociety Official, and Ryan is the head of committee. We share the same title, the same role, right? So we are really, really close with our committee members, and we do hope that our members could come here and join us on Twitter or across different platforms. Once again, thank you so much for spending time to watch today's live streaming with us, and thank you, Ryan. I'm going to play our ending video, and we will close our backstage over here for now for you to take a break. Thank you.
Okay. Great to have been here, guys.
Thank you so much, and see you next time. And friends, the time over here is 8:54 a.m. over here Eastern time. Yeah, still quite early over here, right? But we have a lot to do because I wanted to replay the video today. And wow, Benny, you sent a lot of messages over here. That is just so cute. I'm going to show all the messages that you sent over here to everyone. Yeah, so let's show you support our project and support our streaming as well. Thank you so much. I'm also going to play our ending video over here to wrap up the session. Hey, welcome back to our Ultiverse show over here. Listen, Moonlight from Ultiverse Head of Committee and BD. And well, I have been actually up for literally 2 days. Yes, this is indeed the bull market because so many projects are joining our AMA sessions every day and lots of collaborations. That means a lot of giveaways, right? So later we're going to do more giveaways, and thank you all for supporting us and joining us today across different social media platforms. No matter where you are watching us, you might watching us from Binance Live or YouTube Live or Twitch Live, right? Or Twitter Live. Thank you so much. And we would like to say bye to everyone over here. Our live streaming is officially ended over here, and we are going to do replays for friends who missed our first part. We're definitely going to play replays for everyone to watch it. And I'm sorry, like during at the beginning, right, my mic connection was a little bit unstable, so I have to change another account. But now so far so good. So I will see you pretty soon when we do our replays. Thank you so much. This is Moonlight from Ultiverse. Wish you a great rest of the day. Thank you. Here we go. I'm going to save changes over here. Save changes over here. And I'm also going to this one. Okay. Working on some tasks on the backstage.